Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You know, Zelensky fights corruption in Russia, in Ukraine. He is fighting it very hard. And he is the guy who is not corrupt, but he's in charge of a country. He got to the top position of that country in a system that's corrupt, but he's not corrupt. Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I don't believe it for two reasons. One is direct experience, my direct experience with the issue. Second, knowledge. I know about it. I read about it. History is right there. We are to believe that Zelensky is incorruptible. He's not corrupt. Everyone else beneath him is. He's not. This is like Al Capone, organized crime. He was not a criminal. Everybody else was a criminal, but the guy in charge of the whole enterprise. That's impossible. How do you think Al Capone got to be there? In a corrupt system, in an environment, by being the best at doing it. Capone was in charge of that little organized cartel, mafia, by being the most ruthless guy. Not because he was a nice guy, no. So if this guy Zelensky got in the Ukrainian system, which is so corrupt, he got on top of it, could this be an anomaly or something? No, it's not. I think it's part of the general rule. Now here, this is what we are supposed to believe. He is not corrupt as everybody else is. Are you familiar with Robespierre and the Reign of Terror? Okay, that was at the end of 1700s in France, the French Revolution and so on. So the French Revolution was because the aristocracy, nobility had too much and the poor did not have shit. Therefore, the nobility had to pay because they were living in luxury and so on. Whatever, the reasons are more complex than that, but I'm gonna give you only that right now. And you had Robespierre, who said we're gonna change this and so on. So he got in charge and he started punishing by guillotining the aristocracy and whomever was denounced as being corrupted and so on. There are many, well, I think tens of thousands of people who were guillotined by the guillotine that it was instituted in his reign. And he, Robespierre and his gang, they were called the incorruptibles. Couldn't corrupt them. And then guess where Mr. Robespierre ended? Underneath his own guillotine. And he got guillotined. Okay? So that's the one. Now this guy seems to be, what's his name? Zelensky, the incorruptible. I have here an article, a very, very, very dangerous article. I didn't expect this to be published by the Ukrainians. I'm not sure what order was given, but something like this would have not been around, I don't know, in the past 1 year and 7 months or so. Let me show it to you. Here it is. It is from Ukrainska Pravda, my friends, from today, Monday, September 11th. And this is what it says. Almost 80% of Ukrainians consider Zelensky responsible for corruption in government and military administrations. I am suspecting Zelensky to find that Ukrainska Pravda collaborates with the Russians. And a few guys arrested for corruption and for collaboration and treason. I will keep you updated, okay? So let's go back and read a little bit from this article. This is the guy, the all thoughtful guy that billions, tens of billions, I think more than $100 billion were dropped on this guy to help us, protect us from the evil Russians. That's how the story goes. Now, is it true? I doubt that. So anyway, not doubt that. That was a mild euphemism here, okay, that I have to use. Most Ukrainians believe that President Volodymyr Zelensky is directly responsible for corruption in the government and military administration. Source: research based on the results of a survey conducted by Ilko Kucherev Democratic Initiative Charitable Foundation jointly with the Kiev International Institute of Sociology in July 2023. I'm suspecting some outside money was also used here, and you got some guys from outside. Anyway, sociologists state that as of the beginning of July 2023, 78%, almost 80%, of respondents believe that the president of Ukraine bears direct responsibility for corruption in the government and military administration. Only 18% of respondents disagreed with the statements. I would have a gut feeling that the 18% are the guys who are corrupted. And they would not say, yeah, he's wrong. No, they are part of the system, probably. That's how it is, my friends. Now, it is noted that the older Ukrainians are more demanding of the head of the state than young people. Among the respondents, age 18 and 29, 70% agree with the thesis that the head of the state is responsible for corruption. This number is bigger among people age 60 and plus, 81%. They've been around the block a few times, my friends. All right, so there are no other significant differences by personal financial situation or region of residence. All right, my friends, what do you want? Now, if you don't think that this is important, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm surprised that it was published. I think it was published because I think those institutions over there that were engaged in this survey, okay, the Ilko Kucherchi Baba, okay, let me just see if I find these guys. Okay, let me just see if I find these guys, and maybe I can see where they get their funding or something like that. All right. So let put you on hold. I'm back, and I found this person right here. I found the whole thing, but she is the one this foundation is about. She's Irina Pakeshkina. All right, and it was a Ukrainian sociologist. She was the head of the Democratic Initiative Foundation from 2010 to 2020. She specialized blah, blah, blah. Now, in 1974, Pakeshkina graduated from the Taras Shevchenko University in Kiev with a degree in philosophy. Now, Taras Shevchenko, let me show you something. I have to move around so you don't see my balls around here. I'm going to go to my poetry rack on my right here. Come on, I know you're there. Here it is. And I'm going to show you this. And that's what? Shevchenko. Taras Shevchenko. Yeah. And it's Kobzarul. I don't know how you call that. It's the... Anyway, Shevchenko. Do you recognize this guy here? Come on. That's Shevchenko, Taras Shevchenko, the Ukrainian national poet. Do I have a date when I bought this thing? Because I always write down the date when I buy it, but somehow, Jesus Christ, I don't have it. Slacker. It was in Bucharest, 1990. So there you go, Shevchenko. Old. You see how old it is? The light bit the thing. Anyway, great poet. So we know something about Ukraine here and there. So here she is over here, and she talks about the NGOs, media director of NGO, Ukrainian media, blah, blah, blah. I didn't find anything else, Ukraine Focus magazine, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I suspect, and it's not about her here, it's about this guy, Zelenskyy, being recognized as part of the big problem. The guy in charge, actually. So I'm angry with myself a little bit. How in the hell I don't have a freaking date here? How in the hell I didn't write my name and the date and the place? That's what I always, seems like nothing, not always, do. Write his name, write my name, and not here. What's this little thing? This is my favorite poem, is it? Usually that's what I do. I don't know where it's at. I got pictures in here too. Oh, I like this picture from behind. Shevchenko. He was also a painter? Yeah, seems like. But anyway, guess which one I like. That one. Nasty, horny motherfucker? No, just kidding. So anyway, my friends, back to from Shevchenko to Zelenskyy. That's a big 80%, my friends. 80%. I think these guys are going to pull the rug from underneath Zelensky. What do you think? The guys around him, the guys that protect him, will get him either out, or they will get him out, like take him out. It seems like. I think major changes will likely occur in Ukraine. And as I always told you, my friends, the guys over there are not idiots. They know who's who and what's what. These guys are reporting like weasels. These guys are reporting like weasels. We know ourselves over there. So when I see Romania doing something, I kind of like smell. I can smell what's going on over there. Romania kept quiet for about a year and 4 months, and now is in business. Why do you think it kept quiet? When Romanians keep quiet, they're doing something they're not supposed to. Direct experience. I was born over there. I lived some time over there. I'm familiar with my culture, and ask other Romanians. And who doesn't agree with me, that means there probably are people who don't like me because I'm so nice. No, obviously it's a generalization, but hey, speak with other Romanians and see how things are. Anyway, friends, here it is. 80% think that this is direct fault is Zelensky. What would you do if you would have something like this in your company or your house? Change the boss? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.